We are at the tailgate to be at. This is the Foothills Physical Therapy tailgate. We are just off of Park Center. I want you to take a look at what is going on here behind me. Obviously, fans are excited. They know it's game day. As you can see, there is still fire retardant painted on the sidewalk. It was some pretty intense moments for both firefighters and homeowners. Take a look, though, at the blackened hillside up here. Chris Reese was actually standing inside this Notice Jackson store with his back to the shooter when that man came in, shot him, and killed him. It doesn't look as big when it's sitting on the side of the road, but when I'm standing next to it, it makes it look a lot bigger. I'm 5'9", so you can see how much higher than me this boulder really is. Water really is a silent trap, and it's something that's happening in our community a lot more lately. But we also learned today that everybody has a hand in preventing a tragedy. That's right. You know, this restaurant right here, Faux Tam on Orchard, is closed today. That's because the health department says they're not up to code. When we got here, I actually went inside. The door was open and the owners were inside of there. I asked them if they wanted to say anything. They told me that the restaurant is being closed for renovation. And it's basically doubled in size, making it kind of a little city as we sometimes see in the summertime with these wildfires. Firefighters say that they are working this fire on the south plank. That's because the city really wants to create a vibrancy here at the skate park. They're going to do it with new lighting, new landscape, even an obstacle course, all of that in addition to what they're going to redo here at the skate park.
5, on target, on trigger.
Bang.
We take what's learned in the classroom, we take those individual skills like firearms,
Bang.
defensive tactics, use of force, we put those together, we build on them so the students are able to use them.
Victor McGraw came to Idaho's Post Academy in November to serve as director.
5, fingers on trigger.
What we're about to show you, he's seen a dozen times. We watched as instructors put Boise Councilman TJ Thompson through an intense hour-and-a-half deadly force training because
with all of these different things happening around the country, it's good to participate in it so you have a better understanding, because it's easy to point a finger.
everything Thompson is learning, officers in Idaho learn too. He moves from the video screens to a live actor and blank ammunition. For the first scenario, Councilman Thompson enters this apartment looking for a suspect.
Scenario's live!
He's been instructed to take him in on a warrant.
Looking for Mike Smith. I have a
Just come to my house, man! You know how to knock?
Sir, put the knife down.
You know how to knock?
Sir, put the knife
There!
down.
Now what the hell are you doing to my house?
Thompson feels the suspect's threat is low enough he can avoid firing his gun. Instructor Rob Amer explains why he did the appropriate thing.
This is a scenario that it's a transition.
Okay.
When the officers of the academy go through it, they have all their tools on their belt.
Yeah.
So what he does dictates what kind of force you use. It may not be deadly force. It may be pepper spray, it may be a taser, maybe a baton,
Okay.
maybe their hands and feet. And so they're making critical decisions in like an ever-changing, dangerous environment.
Why are you in my house?
Please, hands above the head,
Why
Joe.
are you in my house?
But, sir, I think I made the right choice. It's tough because the only thing I could do is get in a fight.
Instructors take Thompson outside. Here, he's asked to conduct a traffic stop.
What's this about, man?
Put your hands on the steering wheel,
Dude,
sir.
they're on the
Thank
steering
you,
wheel.
Sir. You're doing a good job.
All right.
You ran that stop sign back there. Yep. You ran that stop sign. I'm going to need license, registration,
Seriously?
proof of insurance.
Whatever.
Sir!
Reload. Nice. Racket. Nice. Return fire, shoot.
Thompson's reaction time and response time are two different things. His life is on the line. He's instructed to fight for it.
The critical moment is when you say, I need to see your driver's license. You always got to watch their hands. He did a pretty good job. I mean, he came up with the gun, but you were right there. I mean, you backed up, you returned fire.
It was intense. It would be so useful for not just public officials, but our citizens to be able to go through this type of scenario, because until you go through it, you just don't know. To sum it up as it's a whole new perspective.
When officers have seconds to react, McGraw says all they have to fall back on is this training.
The unknown disturbance call is probably one of the worst calls that a city officer wants, You have no idea what you're walking into. It could be someone with a flat tire. That person with a flat tire may have been on their way from the store or bank that they had just robbed. You're required to act immediately prior to backup arriving.
The pressure doesn't just come from either pulling the trigger or not pulling the trigger, but also being able to justify the outcome of the situation.
Because no situation is ever the same.
In the course of this event, Officer TJ, how many rounds did you fire?
I would guess approximately 9 today.
Approximately? You don't know how many?
I don't know. No.
Sometimes we got to make split-second decisions that can sometimes cause us to
sure
not be sure of the events that we just went through.
Yeah.
Deadly force weapon.
Yeah.
And if I point it at the wrong person and the wrong thing happens, then I end up shooting that bullet and I can't bring it back.
Yeah.
So a little bit of pressure on our officers as they go through their day-to-day routines, not knowing what's going to happen next.
So when a critic wonders why or questions an officer's decision to shoot without being in that situation, I would say let's get all the facts, let's take a look at the situation. What was in the officer's head? Not necessarily what the reality is, but what the officer's perception of the reality is. That's what builds that decision.
That was intense.
The protocol for every agency is a little bit different. For example, Idaho State Police troopers don't even carry tasers on their tool belt. The idea is to de-escalate the situation. At first, it means using verbal commands, anything before it is deadly. In Meridian, Andrea Lutz, Idaho's News Channel 7. Here at the Cancer Care Center at St. Alphonsus, there's a different kind of therapy that's helping patients. It's a therapy that might make you want to tap your toe to the beat or hum a little tune.
A minor.
Doesn't that sound fabulous?
Victoria Kearns is learning to play the guitar.
Wow, I love that. I've been practicing my strums too.
Her newfound love for music started the day she met Bill DeLuhash.
The music just drew me to him, and I said, wow, I love guitar.
And then to see.
So then, we developed a friendship, and he said, well, I'd be happy to teach you guitar if you like.
She was getting chemo treatment, and he was trying to heal her pain.
Here in the Cancer Center, it's a lot of pain management and anxiety, distractions.
Back in October of 2011, Victoria found out she had colon cancer and gets regular infusions.
Today is number 69 infusion, which is not the norm.
And yet another lesson with Bill. Researchers say music therapy is proven to help.
Listening to music and playing music sparks the production of serotonin and dopamine in the brain, which are the motor control, and also produces endorphins, which is our natural painkiller. You hear a song and you're right back at the prom. You're right back at your sister's wedding. That's the song Uncle Bob played on his banjo every summer barbecue.
And Bill's seen it. Stroke patients who can't speak but can sing. And cancer patients like Victoria feel calm during infusions.
West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
And Idaho lawmakers agreed. This year, they passed a resolution to recognize music therapy as an important healthcare tool.
Well, I can come in, have a conversation about music. What do you like? What do you play? And play some. And take them from this here, going through the procedure, to another place, to Uncle Bob playing his banjo.
As Victoria goes through her treatment,
I am on what's called Full Fury, and I do that every other weekend.
She lets the music draw her in and forget her surroundings.
It's okay, you have to do what you have to do. And, for me, it's just I look at it as a time for me to come and meet other people and, meet people like Bill. And it's an experience. It's, you have to choose it. You have to choose your attitude. Every day you wake up, you could either choose to be miserable or choose to have joy. And in my life, I choose to have joy.
Andrea Lutz, Idaho's News Channel 7.